Welcome to another episode of the Competitive Excellence series. Today, we will be discussing the Business Management and Administration Cluster. I'm Natalie Halpin, a junior and the president of DeForest DECA. Today, I'll show you how to tackle a DECA roleplay by walking through a specific case study. I'll guide you through the process, share tips on hitting key performance indicators, and explain how to craft a winning solution. Whether you're new to DECA or looking to sharpen your skills, this video will help you confidently approach your roleplay. Let's get started. First, let's talk about performance indicators. Performance indicators are the key areas judges evaluate during your roleplay. They help you structure your response and ensure you're addressing all the important points on the judge's scorecard. For this roleplay, the performance indicators include: explain the role of ethics in human resources management. Explain the concept of competition. Describe the nature of ethics. Explain reasons for ethical dilemmas. Recognize and respond to ethical dilemmas. Explain ethical considerations in providing information. And lastly, assess long-term value and impact of actions on others. Why are these important? They guide your analysis and help you frame your solution to align with what the judge is scoring on. Now, let's break down the scenario. You're acting as a general manager and HR manager of Music Lovers, a studio offering music lessons. The owner interviewed a potential piano instructor who is currently working at a competitor studio, In Tune. The applicant has been there for 15 years and is highly requested by clients, but the situation raises red flags. They want to leave immediately, bring their clients from In Tune, and don't want you to contact anyone at their current employer for a reference. The owner of Music Lovers wants your input on the ethical concerns raised by the situation, whether or not to hire the applicant, how the decision could positively or negatively impact your studio. Here's how I would approach the scenario. First, I would identify ethical red flags. The applicant's request to not contact their current employer is a major ethical concern. In human resources, transparency and honesty are crucial. If the applicant is willing to act unethically toward their current employer, how can you trust them at Music Lovers? Secondly, I would explain the nature of ethics. Ethics involves doing what's right, even when it's difficult. In this case, poaching clients from another studio raises ethical concerns about fair competition. It's also important to maintain the positive relationship between the two studios. The third step I would take is evaluating the impact. Consider the long-term effects of hiring someone who may engage in unethical practices. While hiring this person could bring short-term gains by attracting new clients, it could damage your studio's reputation and create tension with In Tune, leading to long-term harm. A fourth step that you may take is providing a solution. My recommendation would be to contact In Tune to get more information about the situation. If the applicant is hiding something, it's better to find out now than after they've been hired. It's also important to inform the applicant that their current clients should make their own decisions about switching studios without being influenced by their instructor. In this roleplay, using visual aids like a decision matrix or a pros and cons list can be very helpful. For example, you could draw a simple T-chart comparing the benefits and risks of hiring the applicant. This makes it easier for the judges to follow your thought process, and it demonstrates that you're organized and thorough in your analysis. This chart also gives you something to look back on to ensure you don't miss any key points you wanted to touch on. While presenting your solution, remember the basics. Eye contact. Maintaining eye contact with your judge helps build trust and shows confidence. It's especially important when discussing sensitive topics like ethics, as it conveys sincerity and conviction. Another tip is to have a strong opening and close. Start your presentation with a brief summary of the situation and the key concerns you'll be addressing. And with a confident recommendation, summarizing why your decision is the best decision. Now, let's talk about error correction. In this roleplay, you might forget to mention a performance indicator. For example, I can explain the ethical concerns without referencing the concept of competition, which is also crucial here. Let's correct that. Actually, I didn't address how the situation affects competition. In this case, how the applicant could give music lovers an unfair advantage, undermining fair competition in the local market. Maintaining a level playing field is important for both ethical and business reasons. Correcting yourself like this shows that you're aware of your mistake and gives you a chance to demonstrate adaptability and thoroughness. Another way to incorporate a missed performance indicator is when responding to your judge's questions, if this applies to the questions you were asked and the indicator that you missed. To wrap things up, tackling a DECA roleplay means balancing ethics, competition, and long-term consequences. By addressing performance indicators using visual aids, maintaining eye contact, and having a strong opening and close, you can deliver a winning presentation. And don't forget, correcting an error can show growth in real time. Good luck on your next DECA roleplay, and remember, preparation is key.